Viewers and subscribers, welcome again to my channel. Here what we have for you in today's news headlines, November 24, 2023. School plunged into mourning as grade 3 student collapses and dies. Tears flowed freely down the cheeks of grief-stricken teachers and students at Wakefield Primary and Infant School on Wednesday morning as they mourned the sudden passing of 8-year-old grade 3 student Alexia Drummond, who fell ill at the school after the lunch break on Tuesday. Little Alexia died late Tuesday afternoon at Cornwall Regional Hospital, shortly after she was transferred from Falmouth Public General Hospital. On Wednesday, when the Jamaica Observer visited the school, Alexia's parents, Patricia and Omar Drummond, who were on the compound, were too shaken to speak to reporters. They were ushered into a classroom where they were comforted by members of the school community and visiting guidance counselors. A bereaved Cheryl Chisholm, Alexia's class teacher, recounted that shortly after resumption of classes following the lunch break, she was walking through the class while reviewing a lesson when she spotted Alexia slumped on the floor, unresponsive. While in the class, one was going over a topic which I did before lunch. I realized that some of the students did not fully grasp the lesson, so before I decided to move on, I decided, let me review what I did. So I went to the chalkboard, everyone was seated, and started reviewing. I don't know if it's God who sent me to walk to her side first, so when I reached up I saw her on the ground. I said, Alexia, why are you lying on the ground? I did not hear her respond, so I said, get up, Alexia, and she did not move, so I bent over where I saw her on the ground. Vomit was on the ground. So I grabbed her quickly and shouted for the other teacher, and he came, and we lifted her up and we went to the staff room. Other teachers came and we rushed her to the Wakefield Medical Center with a vice principal and a caregiver, then to Falmouth Public General Hospital, and from Falmouth to Cornwall Regional Hospital. The guidance counselor went with them, recounted Chisholm. She told the Observer that it was the first in her 25 years in the classroom she had ever experienced such tragedy. Chisholm said she could not sleep throughout Tuesday night and that the incident has left her young charges traumatized. The students are crying, I cried. It is very tough. It's the first I am seeing something like this. It's hard, tough. The students are sad, they are crying. It's very tough, said Chisholm. Speaking during devotion on Wednesday, a devastated Michael James, the school's principal, sought to comfort the students and the rest of the school population. We have lost one of our princesses, one of our prospective doctors, he said, his voice cracking, face etched in grief. After devotion, James broke down during an interview with reporters in his office. He revealed that it was déjà vu for the school, which is still reeling from the July death of Makiel Sr., who was a classmate of Alexia. Makiel, who would have been a third-grade student, died during the summer holidays, the distraught principal explained. But while heartbroken by the deaths of Alexia and Makiel, James is encouraged that a grade 5 student who fell ill last week has managed to overcome her illness. Last Thursday, one child from grade 5, she was coming down the staircase, walking casually, didn't feel well, and she fainted. I took her straight to the Falmouth Hospital at the time, after contacting the parents and taking relatives with me. During the journey she passed out twice. While the caregiver was trying to assist her, she passed out again. She is back at school now. I am giving God thanks for that, said James. Alexia was described as a quiet, diligent, and disciplined student. She was a very quiet, hard-working student. Never received a report of her being involved in any fight, James said. Her class teacher echoed that view. She's very quiet, kind. She doesn't give trouble and she didn't talk a lot. She did not come to me and say, Miss, I am not feeling well. She lined up and she came inside like everybody else. There was no sign of illness on Alexia, none. It was so shocking, Chisholm bemoaned. Pastor Andre Sinclair of Reed's Friendship District of Seventh-day Adventists prayed for and sought to console the school population during devotion. 7 guidance counselors from neighboring schools, the school's Parent-Teacher Association president and other stakeholders also visited the school to offer comfort. Family and other stakeholders will now await the result of a post-mortem to determine the cause of Alexia's death. Father blames indiscipline for teen's fatal crash. Amid the grief and anguishing pain of losing his only child, Isaac McIntyre is adamant that indiscipline on the part of his son caused him to die with his cousin. Zakiel McIntyre, 14, and his 16-year-old cousin Ahani Robinson, grade 10 students of Petersfield High School in Westmoreland, died Tuesday after the motorbike they were driving to school collided with a car heading in the opposite direction. According to police reports, the boys were traveling along the Petersfield Main Road when they lost control while maneuvering a corner. The collision caused the car to burst into flame. The boys were taken to hospital where they died while being treated. It's because of unruliness. I give him $2,000 every morning to go to school, which includes paying his taxi fares and for his lunch, McIntyre told, indicating that there was no need for Zakiel to be riding on a bike to and from school. He said Zakiel used to take a taxi to school in the mornings, but, on several occasions, came home on a motorbike. When he comes home in the evenings, I kept reminding him to stop riding on that bike because I know someday I was going to hear some bad news about that bike, he stated. McIntyre, who recently returned from his seasonal farm work program in Canada, said he received countless reports of his son's wayward attitudes. I told him to come and live with me because I heard that he was not behaving himself living with his mother, and having come, I think things would be better, the grieving father explained. Ahani's mother, Angela Hewitt, said that she still cannot believe that he is gone as she has not seen him. They don't let me see him, she said. The mother of 7 said that Ahani's twin sister and his grandmother fainted at the news of his death and had to seek medical attention at the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital. God knows that I don't know how to cope. I don't know how to cope with it, Hewitt said. She said that her son does not own a motorbike, but she heard that he was riding on one to school, for which has repeatedly encouraged him not to do. I don't know. I heard about it and I asked him where he get the bike that he is riding to school in the mornings, and he tells me that he is not riding any bike, she said. Hewitt also denied knowing the owner of the bike on which the boys met their untimely end. Vinton Vaz, acting principal of Petersfield High, said it's unfortunate that 2 of his students died while riding a motorbike to school, even as the practice is prohibited by school rules. It is banned from Petersfield High School, Vaz told yesterday. As a school, we do not condone it. They cannot park the bike on the compound or anywhere that we are aware of. He said the school's Dean of Discipline, Junior Clark, has called in parents on several occasions about their children riding to school. He admitted that there are several other students who are riding to school who the administrators have repeatedly warned. It's the parents' responsibility because they are leaving the parents' home with the bikes and they can't park it here, Vaz argued. We are not tolerating it. It's against the school rules. The authorities will have to step in to assist us when it comes to policing the roads. As at November 21, the Island Traffic Authority's Road Safety Unit reported that 361 persons have been killed from 329 collisions, with motorcyclists, pillions, and pedestrians being the highest among fatalities. Data also revealed that 32 motorcyclists and 4 pillion deaths have been recorded in Westmoreland. Policewoman among 3 accidentally shot by beryllium guard. A policewoman was among 3 people that were reportedly shot at the National Commercial Bank in Portmore, St. Catherine on Thursday morning after a gun belonging to a member of a beryllium security team accidentally discharged. The woman constable, who is assigned to the Hunts Bay Police Station, was conducting business when members of a beryllium security team went to the institution to load the automated banking machines sometime after 10 a.m., it is understood. It is reported that one of the guards accidentally discharged his weapon, hitting the 3 customers, who were standing in front of the bank. The police officer was shot in the left forearm while others were hit in the legs. They were rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital for treatment. In other news, alleged St. James gangster killed in St. Mary. A man, believed to be one of 13 gang members behind a series of murders within the communities of Salt Spring and Flower Hill in St. James, was shot and killed by the police in Mason Hall, St. Mary, on Wednesday morning. The police say O'Dane, Jungle, Barrett of Bird Hill, Meggytop, was linked to a double murder committed outside the Salt Spring Primary School in St. James just over a month ago. Barrett, who has been on the police's radar, was reportedly found in the quiet St. Mary community during a pursuit operation by the St. James and St. Mary police, commanding officer in charge of St. James, Senior Superintendent of Police Vernon Ellis told the Gleaner. Ellis said a pistol was recovered during the confrontation which led to Barrett's death about 4 a.m. "I have gone to his house in Bird Hill 36 times and didn't find him," SSP Ellis stated, adding that with 2 of the 13 alleged gangsters out of the way, he would continue to pursue the remaining 11 men. One of the alleged gang members is in police custody in connection with the killing of 2 students who were shot in a taxi. The 13 gangsters are from Bird Hill, Scott Yard, Halls Lane and Flower Hill, and we are not going to stop until we find them, Ellis promised. Ellis said the police believe a few have also fled to St. Elizabeth, and he is hoping that law-abiding citizens in these areas will give them up. His comments come hours after the state of emergency, which went into effect on November 8, ended in the parish. There has been no major crime in the parish since the measure was imposed. In other news, SOEs declared for 4 parishes in Jamaica. States of public emergency (SOE) have been declared for the parishes of Hanover and St. James as well as St. Catherine and Clarendon. 2 weeks ago, an SOE was declared for St. James following the murders of 2 schoolboys in a gun attack that claimed the lives of 3 people. A release from the office of the Prime Minister said the crucial decision for the SOEs, announced by Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Thursday, underscores the government's commitment to the safety and security of Jamaicans, a release from the office of the Prime Minister said early Thursday. Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen authorised the SOEs upon the advice of the Commissioner of Police and the Chief of Defence Staff. The SOEs will initially last for 14 days, commencing at 12:01 on November 23, 2023. Major General Anthony Anderson, Commissioner of Police, outlined the alarming situation in these divisions. The Clarendon Police Division recorded the 5th highest number of murders, 99 among all police divisions, marking a 14% increase compared to the same period in 2022. Clarendon and St. Catherine, being adjoining parishes, intensify our concerns, accounting for 24% of the nation's murders since the beginning of the year. In the St. James Police Division, the highest number of murders across all divisions was recorded, totaling 169 from January 1 to November 15, 2023. This division also experienced the highest number of shooting incidents, totaling 101 during the same period. The adjacency of St. James and Hanover further exacerbates the situation, with their combined geographical area accounting for 20% of the nation's murders since the year's start, Anderson said. Rear Admiral Antoinette Weems Gorman, Chief of Defence Staff of the Jamaica Defence Force (JDF), expressed firm support for the declaration. The JDF is dedicated to working alongside the JCF to stabilise these parishes, she stated. Meanwhile, Dr. Horace Chang, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, urged the public to perceive these measures as a united stand against crime. We call on citizens nationwide to back these efforts. Together, as a nation, we can triumph over these criminal elements, he emphasized. Holness stressed the vital role of community cooperation in cauterizing crime. The cooperation of every Jamaican is essential. We must unite to ensure our nation's safety. These measures are temporary but critical in augmenting the efforts of our security forces, which have yielded significant results. The government continues to invest in enhancing our nation's security infrastructure, he stated. The SOEs enable the security forces, including the JDF, to conduct targeted operations aimed at dismantling criminal networks and curbing murders. The government assures the public that the safety and security of all Jamaicans remain its highest priority. The boundaries for the SOEs encompass the entire parishes of Hanover, St. James, St. Catherine, and Clarendon. Viewers and subscribers, that's the end for today. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we drop a new video, and remember to stay safe and see you again.